Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelor Nation News. Happy Friday. Kate Gallivan renews her unlikability pledge. That's right. Kate snaps down at Logan, calls him cheap and poor and, income shames him and all that. And then Logan's response was perfection. We're going to get into this whole story right now. Yes, it's ongoing, and look, maybe they're both in on it, making fun of each other. I'm not really sure. But hey, it's a Friday. It's payday. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there not happy with the size of their checks, not liking seeing Kate Gallivan shame someone who can't afford a $400 a month gym membership. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals, behind-the-scenes bonus content at patreon.com/DaveNeal. And right after this, we'll be live on Rush Hour podcast every afternoon, Bachelor Rush Hour, anywhere you listen to podcasts. All right, so we're going to jump into this story. So as we know, Kate Gallivan had a montage of all the times she pretty much knocked down Logan, right? She was into him, but afraid that he wouldn't live up to the sort of lifestyle standards she liked. She made fun of his Honda, which I think is a Nissan. She made fun of the fact he couldn't afford Equinox memberships, which, as we know, is one of the priciest gym culture movements that exists out there. It's not just a gym. You go to hang out in the steam room, you get a juice smoothie, celery, wheatgrass, whatever. It's a thing. So he responds. So we'll get into what he said. So once watching this season of Bachelor in Paradise, he was able to fully see all of the ways in which she was sort of knocking him down. The funny part is, as I mentioned before, the aspect that, so Kate's shallow. She's shallow in the sense that she wants a sort of financial level. And you could argue that everyone should want some sort of, reliability and all that. You can argue that for sure. But the way she came across was like, I am holier than. So after that, she then mentions the thing she likes about Logan is that he's tall. So the things she doesn't like about him are shallow. The things she likes about him are shallow. And then here was his response. Proving to my TV girlfriend that I'm not broke. Keeping it 100. And here he is with some rap music, a nice slow zoom in, and he goes down there in front of his Nissan car with the doors open up, Monopoly money, hella cash, a Costco wholesale premium membership, smells it, throws it out, and extra guacamole on his wet burrito. So that's about as good as you're going to get. That's a great, fantastic response. But wait, there's more. And I have to say this, Logan, as the male, as the guy with all the options on the beach, for him to be the person that everyone rallies around shows you two things. A, how deeply unlikable Kate Gallivan is. And two, how funny Logan actually is in his sense of humor, is turning people around. Just turning them around. So here's how Kate defended herself. And then we'll get to what she said in Cabo and his response. And trust me, it's worth it. Hang on tight. So Kate says, Bachelor in Paradise star Kate defends her controversial comments about Logan and Hayden's financial situations. She said, can we just be real for a second? And that's when it gets a problem when you say, can we be real? I am tired of having that conversation being so taboo and demonized. Money's not something that we should be afraid of. It is a factor in life. Well, look, I mean, there's a lot of things we shouldn't be afraid of. It's not the money talk that people are upset about. It's the fact that she's shaming him for not being as far along as she is. I mean, he's a lot younger. If anything, she should have led it with, look, he's young, he doesn't know what he wants to do. That's one thing. But she went straight to the end product, which money shouldn't be the end product. Money represents some things. It can represent you love what you do, so you make a lot of money, but it can also represent that you don't have passions. You don't like what you're doing because you have a dead-end job, but you make money, but you're not happy. It can mean all sorts of things. Money's not the problem here. The controversy began when Kate returned from her less than stellar date with Hayden, not exactly feeling sparks, but not exactly hating the fact that he had a successful business. Though Kate committed herself to Logan, shortly thereafter she woke up questioning that choice given that Logan can't afford Equinox, has two roommates, and wouldn't be able to foot the bill for a fancy vacation. Kate did choose Logan at Monday's rose ceremony, a decision she told ET was never really in doubt. She said, listen, I mean, I think we all understand that it's a TV show. There are elements that are shown and not shown. I always knew it was Logan. I wanted to be open-minded, give everybody kind of a fair shot, but it was always going to be Logan. I was willing to be open and honest about that. I'm open to the feedback, the criticism, whatever. But at the end of the day, I was being real. So, okay, so she says, it's all a TV show. There are elements that aren't shown, but at the same time, I was being real. These are the things you talk about with your girlfriends, like sipping martinis behind closed doors. Of course, it's a factor. Sipping, how unlikable. She literally becomes more unlikable the more she talks. Oh, this is the type of trash you talk with your friends. You know, when you're sipping expensive martinis behind closed doors. This is her version of locker room talk. Okay? This is her version of saying, oh, boys will be boys, girls will be girls. We're going to shame somebody who's a Lyft driver because maybe they're a composer who's between gigs and they're an artist or creative. Oh, get out of here. This is such rubbish. As for the criticism she received for her comments, Kate has no problem ignoring the haters. When you're in the public eye, when you're on a show and you're making decisions under duress, with lack of sleep, with alcohol, of course things can be misconstrued. But at the end of the day, when I said what I said was something that I stand by, and I think a lot of other people can relate to that. I don't know many people who are taking her side. Yeah, if you're dating a guy who's on unemployment, not looking for work, kind of dicking around, just don't go and surfing all day, fine. We don't know that to be the case here. You know, I could go on and on and on. There could be a time in the very short future where Logan's worth more than Kate. There could be a time in the very short future where his financial circumstance turns around because he is so funny with his social media and he does have entertainment value and things he can offer people. She said, I'm super open about who I am. Okay, when it comes to how Logan felt as he watched Kate's comments play out on TV, he told Entertainment Tonight that he's secure in who he is, so much so that it didn't bother him in the slightest. He said, I'm super open about who I am. I shop at Costco. I love a good Costco hot dog. I wear regular clothes that I buy from the skate shop. I'm not pretending to be anybody, so there's no part of me that's ashamed of who I am. I'm very proud of who I am. I'm okay with that. I'm grinning ear to ear hearing Logan say, I'm okay. I eat hot dogs at the old Costco. Oh my gosh, literally, I got to cue the music right now. We literally could run Logan for president. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan for president of the United States of Bachelor. Okay. Anyway, here's Kate's response. He made the TikTok showing off his Costco card. Kate responded just now, or on Instagram, I guess last night, that she's got this beautiful view in Cabo. She shows that, you know, like every white girl who vacations, she shows the view. Nobody cares what the palapa next door looks like. You know what I mean? Yeah, we've all seen clouds before. And so then there she is. She's with Eliza, I guess. A Costco card and some extra guac ain't getting you here. And then she tagged Cabo San Lucas. And of course, a lot of people responded saying, hey, honey, I hate to break it to you. Cabo's beautiful, but it's actually quite affordable to get to. It's not like she's in some Fijian, infinity pool overlooking, some Tahitian thatched roof with one of those floors that's made out of glass so you can see a bunch of fish banging below you. All right, Kate? You're like, yeah. Can a Costco card get you to Palm Springs, California? Yeah, it can. And even with inflation as bad as it is, Cabo ain't all that cracked up to me. Cabo's beautiful. Look, I got married in Mexico. I think Mexico's beautiful. It's just not that big of a flex, is my point. So here's where it gets good. We always talk about parlaying information. Someone wants to come at me with 100 pounds of force, I'm going to take it and parlay it in another direction, transferring the energy. No one does this better than a good comedic smackdown. You want to heckle me? Whatever force you give me, I'm going to give it right back at you and smack you right back down. And Logan does just that. Sorry, Equinox, I'm spoken for, and he tags his gym. And then here we go. She says, Costco can't afford Cabo. What does Logan do? He responds, on my way, baby, Los Cabos, in the Costco travel directory. I'm sorry, that's it. That's how you return the bird. That is so good. So good. Located on Mexico's Baja California Peninsula. So I'm telling you right now, I said this before for Equinox. I said, I can't believe they haven't publicly tried to get Logan to be their spokesperson. But if you're Costco and you're listening, I need Logan dressed up in a Costco uniform. I need him serving hot dogs at all your different locations. I need meet and greets. I need Logan to be the sponsored poster boy for Costco for wholesale, because nobody does wholesale as good as my boy, Logan. Great response response and a great video for this Friday. We might have one more video coming your way. We got a lot of content. Make sure to check out Bachelor Rush Hour for all the extra content. I'm going to be traveling the next few weeks. If you want to stay in touch, make sure you are subscribed to the free podcast, Bachelor Rush Hour. Link in the comment section for tickets to my stand-up shows, where you can find me, my show in Newport, Rhode Island, Cincinnati, and New York City. All right, folks, have a good weekend. Bye, everybody.